Hey YouTube, what up Pink ladies, T-birds, it's your girl Jimmy Pynk, and I am here to talk about the Rocky Horror Picture Show that debuted tonight on Fox. Now first and foremost, let's get this out the way. This is day 20 of the Hunt for Pink October, where I wear pink and do a video every day from October 1st to October 31st. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the link up for you to donate to the charity of my choosing. More than likely it'll be the Susan G. Komen Foundation. For those of y'all that are subscribers, my pink ladies and my T-birds already know when they see this in the background, it's going to take up to 3 days for the link to appear. For those of y'all that are new to my channel, I'm somewhere indisposed where I'm unable to do that at the time. So sometimes it takes a couple days for the link to actually appear once the video is uploaded. So anyway, first thing is first, what I want to say is that you have to not compare this to the original Rocky Horror Picture Show, okay? It's the same thing with Grease Live. I know this is a beloved property. I like the Rocky Horror Picture Show too. I am a huge Grease fan. Clearly, I call my subscribers pink ladies and T-birds. But you have to suspend that disbelief because it's not going to be better than the original. It's just not. So once that is suspended, let's now actually talk about the show. So the first thing I want to say, and I did take notes, but I'm going to go a little bit out of order, because the first thing I want to say is the girl that played Columbia was fucking everything. Like, she slayed it for me. She was absolutely my favorite performance of the night. She was my favorite character, whereas in the original Rocky Horror Picture Show, I gave 2 fucks about her. On this, she was my favorite. I love her. Shout outs to the girl. I'm sorry, I do not know your name. I did not take notes on that. But she was amazing. I like the update to the look. They gave her a little bit more of a rock punk edge. It made a little bit more sense that she would be in love with Eddie. Like, I liked it. I really enjoyed her performance. Speaking of Eddie, Adam Lambert slayed, which I knew that he would, because to me this is his wheelhouse. Like, even when he was on American Idol, even then I'm like, yeah, you're not an American Idol, but I definitely would like to see you on like Broadway or that type of thing. Like when he got on Glee, I was like, that's where you need to be at. This was perfect. Laverne Cox, I felt like Laverne Cox did a great job. Now again, this is going to be very hard because Tim Curry owns Frankenfurter. He owns that. That's his. When, knock on wood, not to be morbid, when he passes away, that's the first thing they gonna say about him, as he was Frankenfurter in Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's his shit. That's his claim. Done deal. Once you suspend that, though, I do feel like Laverne Cox did a great job. I do think some of the numbers, the key change was not flattering. But overall, I do think she did a great job. Christina Milian. Christina Milian was fucking horrible. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people was living for her, but she took me completely out the production every time she was on. Every time I seen her, she took me out of it. Could not fucking stand her in this role. Like I said, I feel like she's Fetch. Stop trying to make Fetch happen. Christina Milian, dip it low is the shit. You're very pretty. I mean, dead that. Stop trying. I know you feel bad because she was on the little show with John Stamos and Josh Peck, and the show didn't make it, so she probably still got some kind of deal with Fox that they threw her in here, but this was not the time for her. When they do the Bring It On musical, bring her back. She good at playing fucking cheerleader. She did it 5 times. Okay, now, finally, I didn't like Rocky or Brad till they got to the ending and they was doing the stage show. Then I was living for both of them. It just is what it is. I did not care for their performances at first, but when they started doing the stage show, like, I loved it. And finally, Victoria Justice did a decent job. I will say, I felt like she lightweight was serving some slayage on the Creature of the Night. Like, I'm like, okay, she got the voice for that. She was slaying that a little bit. Okay, now, let's get into the actual production. So the time warp. Huge, huge, huge moment in the show. I did like it. A lot of people on Twitter were saying it was over choreographed, but I'm like, okay, listen, original Rocky Horror, no budget, no choreographer, like they had stuff. It was going to be a little bit bigger, and I enjoyed it. Also, one of the things I did take a note about was at the very beginning where you have the Janet and the old Brad, the proposal scene. I did like the juxtaposition of them having the background singers with the deadpan Janets and deadpan old Brads being funeral goers. I thought that was clever. Rocky's shorts. I'm getting to the wardrobe a little bit. Rocky's shorts. Unless y'all were purposely trying to do a play on words with this Rocky, that was an epic fail. Them gold fucking basketball shorts were not doing the damn thing. Yeah, I was not feeling those at all. And then Laverne Cox's wardrobe, when she came out with the red, all I could think of was Lola and Kinky Boots. And I'm like, do you really want your character to remind you of another, for lack of a better word, cross-dressing character? And I understand I'm not trying to be transphobic or disrespectful, but you know, it is a sweet transvestite, and then Kinky Boots is a drag queen. So it's men that wear women's clothes. And the characters are not similar in that, but you don't want it to be reminiscent. You know what I mean? Like, she came out in all that red, and I'm like, Kinky Boots. Well, she would probably slaying Kinky Boots, but I was thinking Kinky Boots. Okay. What else? I don't remember in the movie. I know Rocky Horror. I know the songs very well. I don't know it like the back of my hand, like a Grease or a My Fair Lady or a Auntie Mame. Like, I don't know it off the back of my hand like that. But you guys let me know, comment down there and let me know. Was Brad and Janet so uninvolved in the first half of the movie? Because I don't think so. And I felt like Victoria Justice and Discount Chuck Bass was just not really in it for like a long time. Like, they were there, but like they were just not involved. It was just like, I forgot they were even part of the show. Like, oh, there they go in their bras and draws. Okay, cool. But I feel like they were more intertwined in things in the movie. And I know I said I wasn't going to do a comparison of the two, but at the end of the day, Janet and Brad are major characters. So for them to just be missing for like, not missing because they were there, but just so unimportant and so not even part of things for so long was odd to me. I do like the way they explained Magenta's blue tongue, when like something, I forgot what was going on it because I didn't say that, but Christina Milian put that blue sucker in her mouth and we're like, that's why her tongue is blue. Like that, like little clever stuff like that I really, really enjoyed. That was very, very clever. Something else that I thought was also clever. I got on here, Christina Milian is so awful so many times in my notes that I got to skip through it. It said so many times just like, Christina Milian is awful. I'm like, well, that's the fourth time I wrote that. The line where they were serving the dinner and they're like, I hope it's not meatloaf again. Another very clever moment that I really, really, really enjoyed. I did not like the arrangement of Wise Up Janice Weiss. I didn't like the choreography. I didn't like the key change. I didn't like... That was the only number that I really... Again, I'm trying to just take it, not paying attention to the original, just as its own production. I just did not care for the arrangement. I didn't care for the choreography. I just did not care for that at all. They could have cut that. I didn't care for that at all. Something else I did not like is, and again, not comparing it from the movie, but I just didn't like that they were doing, and the thing was called Medusa, but they were just frozen. They weren't actually turned into stone. That's something from the movie that I'm sure the stage play didn't have, but it was a nice touch that the stage play had, and since this wasn't live and this was pre-produced, I felt like that was something that could have been done. Once they got into the stage show, like, that was everything. The girl played Columbia Slade. Her part, Rocky Slade. Her part, Brad Slade. His part, Victoria Justice was okay. Victoria Justice was okay. It's just, unfortunately, she had the fourth verse on that song, and the other three just slayed it so serious and so flawless fatality, flawless victory, because all three of them were just like, okay, she slayed me, he slayed me, he slayed me. Victoria Justice, like, there ain't nothing left to slay unless you was really just gonna be the Christina Aguilera of the Lady Marmalade, and you just do not have the pipes to do that, so it didn't work. But she was okay. But the other three really slayed that part when they first came on. I'm sorry, I don't know the names of the songs, I just know the songs. I am sorry I skipped this, but let me just talk about Ben Vereen for a minute. First of all, Broadway legend, great to see him. He did a fantastic job. But you got motherfucking Ben Vereen and put him in the role that he was in a wheelchair. I really felt some sort of way about that. I'm like, Ben Vereen, like, flagship feature dancer of all things Bob fucking Fosse, and you gave him a role where he's in a fucking wheelchair. You see that dude's legs, what his legs still look like? Bruh, I'm a female and I don't think my legs look that good in stockings as Ben Vereen's did, and he got to be like in his 70s. Okay, but anyway, so they got to the one number, and here's Laverne Cox with the gold number on and long Beyonce wig, and she was giving me take that turn, honey. I was like, you better channel some Angela Bassett and What's Love Got to Do with It. Get it, Laverne Cox. But like the whole part where we got to the stage show was just fantastic. Everybody did a really great job with that. That's about all the notes I got, because again, like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't talk about the dude who did Riff Raff. He did okay. He wasn't good, bad. I was good, bad, or indifferent on him. He really wasn't there enough for me to really care. But I felt like he did a pretty decent job too. The only person that I was like, oh, don't dream it, be it, and then they had Tim Curry like cut in and say it. Like, I think that was just for everybody. I think everybody was just like, okay, I'm done. And we're done. You just took, and we're done. And we're done. Like, you just had Tim Curry say, don't be it, don't dream it, be it. And then, like, he had the number at the end, like, the eyes welled up a little bit, like, because it's Tim Curry and it's the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Like, his stamp of approval is on it. You can't hate it that much because he wouldn't have did it. You know what I mean? But, yeah, overall, it wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad. You know, except for Christina Milian. Jesus, she was awful. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, you know how much I love feedback and how much I love the kiki about the Get Down. So let me know how you felt about the Rocky Horror Picture Show on Fox. Let me know who your favorites was. If you agree, disagree, let me know. Also, I got 11 more days. I'm not getting but one more episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. Scream Queens and Empires put on hold for the World Series. Shout out to the Cleveland Indians. Windians, woo woo! Ohio doing it real big this year. I'm kind of feeling that. But anyway, speaking of Ohio, let me go ahead and knock another link out, which will be the Susan G. Komen Foundation Northeast Ohio Division, because for those of y'all that don't know, I'm actually from and still currently reside in Northeast Ohio. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, my pink ladies and my T-birds. Give me some ideas, some other stuff that I can review. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, deuces.